Many, many years ago, in the country of Orlog, there was a mighty empire. It controlled the entire land, crushing its enemies and destroying everything that stood in its way. Commanding the massive armies and ruling the land was General Dutchman. A great ruler with an overwhelming desire for power, he conquered all. But every mighty empire comes to an end. The harshest winter in decades swept across the land, crippling Dutchman's armies and leaving his forces weak and susceptible to attack. And in this weakness, an enemy struck. A powerful commander known as Daly had gathered forces in the eastern province known as St. Pris, where he led them to the capital and forced Dutchmen to flee, with very few escaping with him. Forced to the southern province, Dutchmen lay in wait, plotting to strike back. Hey, what's going on, you guys? It's the Flying Dutchman, and I'm finally here with the premiere video of Dutchman's Conquest. I know it was supposed to come out this weekend, but I wasn't quite done with it, and I wanted it to be like really good for you guys, because, I know a bunch of you guys, oopsies, caps. I know a bunch of you guys were like super hyped up for it. So today we actually just have like a really simple battle, but first, we got to go over a few ground rules. So first off, we are actually going to be limited in resources and supplies. We don't just get unlimited soldiers and stuff like that. So, this is my boy. This is Dutchman over here. He's not actually going to be in the battle, but if you guys watched the trailer part to be opening, he was forced out of the capital, and he actually ended up here. Um, I will be hopefully posting like a map or something in the next one to show you like what the country is. I also made up a bunch of names for cities and like the country itself, so that's why it's not like, Germany or whatever. I'm trying to make my own storyline and with like my own countries and all that kind of good stuff. So my boy's back here right now. To start, I'm gonna put up on the screen what he had. Well, I don't even need to. We basically have uh, General Dutchman, who's back here. Uh, we have 50 soldiers, and that's it. Like, this battle, it's all or nothing. If we don't win this, the series is over. Like, done. No, I'm just kidding. Um, we've got 50 soldiers kind of split up into these little regions of 10. I don't know why I did that. I just didn't want to line up 50 soldiers. Then we also have two of these guys. They are elite soldiers. I think I made them elite 6. We only have two of them, but they're going to be our commanders of this army right now, while Dutchman is staying back there. We don't want him to die. So right now, what I want you guys to do is comment below what you want me to name these two commanders, assuming they both live throughout the battle. And then also comment other people that you want me to add. Like if you want me to make a character off you, I will certainly do that, and I'll introduce them eventually. I'll make a big list. So again, before this battle starts, let's just go over a few things. So all Dutchman has right now is himself, two commanders, and 50 soldiers, and that's everybody right here. So this battle, we're actually going to be trying to take over the warehouse map. This warehouse is basically how we're going to get different guys besides riflemen, because that's all we have. This warehouse and village is presumably full of civilians. I didn't add them in because I didn't want the battle to lag at all. So if we take this over, then we can use those civilians to operate this warehouse and factory and hopefully make some better guns. Like you'll see, I believe, yeah, there's a few SMG guys on the enemy team. So if we take this over, we'll probably get SMGs, maybe better rifles, as well as we got here. This is actually an Elite 6, I believe. He is the commander of this warehouse. We'll name him Captain Joseph. Captain Joseph, we need to kill you. I'm sorry. So this is mostly just rifles, SMGs, and then their one leader here. So we take this, we can upgrade our guns, but we don't have that many people to do it. I believe there's 25 or 30 soldiers in the warehouse, and versus our 52. So I hope I didn't miss anything. So basically the goal of this, we got to take over this warehouse so we can get better guns, because we aren't going to reconquer the capital with a bunch of riflemen, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna have like their bazookas and flamethrower boys and everything. So oh, the camera's kind of slow. I haven't actually tested this battle yet to see if it's gonna work, so if we just get crushed, I guess I'm just gonna have to redo this entire intro. But yeah, let's I think we're about ready to start. So I'm hoping my guys will just kind of shut up. Now my guys were talking to me. I'm hoping they'll just kind of like burst right through this little doorway. And we basically, there's an SMG guy here. I think there's about 5 or 6 SMG ones. But without further ado, let's start up this battle and see what happens. Let's turn the volume down just a bit. Okay, so it looks like, oh, we got one guy going through. We're getting a couple going through, but it looks like this barrier. We gotta lower this volume. They're kind of talking over me. There we go. They're shooting over me. The barrier actually broke, so now our guys are starting to rush through. And we're actually starting to take them out. Oh, Captain Joseph actually went down early in the battle. Wow. We actually got him right away. Our soldiers are just absolutely sweeping through. But if you actually look, there's a ton of damage over here. We're actually losing a lot of soldiers. This is bad for us. We have limited supplies. We're really not going to get too many soldiers after this battle. It's just like a small village. Maybe we can train them, but that will take a while. Is that guy dead? So we got 3 over here and a couple in the back. A few with SMGs I'm seeing. Our guys are taking massive casualties. This is bad. We got one of our commanders actually leading the front lines. I'm seeing him over there. Just like a good commander would do. There's only, actually, I think this is the last guy. He's over here in the corner. Hopefully he doesn't take out any of the commanders or anything. And he actually goes down. Wow, that was a really quick battle. But I'm actually scouting around, and I'm seeing, when we were trying to push in at this choke point, let's see how many we lost. We lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 just there. I'm trying to go through to make sure there's not anybody else that I'm missing. Oh, there's actually a couple more over here. 9, 10, 11, 12. Wow, so we did end up taking the warehouse, which is good, but at the cost of 12 soldiers. That's a dozen out of our 52. That's nearly a fourth of the army. And I'm hoping, let's see what we got. Okay, we got one commander here. He needs a name, so I think the other one actually went back here. I don't know why. Yeah, okay, so we actually have both commanders alive. That's good. I'm glad neither of them died. They're all just kind of standing here because that's where I set the waypoint. So, yeah, actually, we did lose quite a decent amount of soldiers, but we'll get a few gun upgrades next. And, our army will go up a little bit, but I'm not trying to make it that, like, we get an extra 100 soldiers. Alright, and we're back with actually part 2 of this battle. You guys thought I'd be done after capturing the warehouse, huh? Well, I basically just cleared out all those troops just to keep it nice and not laggy. And now the second part is to take over the village part of this. We took over the warehouse with our with 38 troops and our 2 commanders left over. So now what I've done in each of these sections, there are a certain amount of enemy soldiers in here and a certain amount of our own army. We actually divided it up into 12, 12, and 14, as well as gave some of those groups the commanders. So now we're going to hopefully take over the rest of this village and finally save all the civilians or whatever and conclude the battle with that. I'm not sure if this is going to work. I haven't tested it. I believe there's 10 enemy soldiers in each one of these little sections. So it's like 10 against 12 or 12 against 13, I think, or 10 against 13 in most cases. Over here in the farms, I'm not really going to worry about any of that. If there's a few enemies, I'm sure my boys will be able to take them out. So let's actually, I'm not really sure if I'm going to be able to spectate all of it because there are going to be 3 separate battles going on at once. But I'll do my best to pan through and see which battles are happening. So we're going to hit start. Definitely got to turn that volume back down. I turned it up. So these guys are starting to actually go through, get a few kills over there. taking a look over here, looks like these guys are actually getting a little hung up on the side of that building, but they have actually taken a few. These guys over here seem to be absolutely rolling through these enemy soldiers. This was one of the bigger groups of our units. This one over here, wow, it actually looks like there's only a couple left over. This guy, that guy's still alive. There's a little bit of crossfire, actually. I think most of our units over here are actually down. And then if we real quickly scan over here, we just have a bunch of guys standing against the wall. Not ideal. Didn't really want that to happen. We'll let it go for a bit, see if they end up fixing itself. Right now nothing's happening over there, so we're actually going to go over here, where these guys look to have actually finished off the rest and are now actually sneaking into there to finish that off. And we'll quickly zoom back over here, and where it looks like these guys have wrapped up their business over here. They made quick work of those soldiers. I'm not hearing too much gunfire, so it looks like those soldiers are down as well. And over here, it looks to be about done. Yeah, we actually captured it. I'm not really sure how many casualties we took. Let me see. Let's go here. Can I pause it? No, I can't. But the first things that I'm doing is I'm going to be looking for our commanders. I know that there was one over here. I'm trying to see if I can... I'm going to highlight the body so I can see riflemen, 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 riflemen. These are mostly our guys. I'm not seeing, actually. I'm not seeing our... oh, there he is. Okay, so one of the commanders is over here. He's alive. We know that. We'll look through our own casualties in just a minute here. There wasn't a commander over here, but it looks like we only have 4 of those 12 units we sent in. And if we zoom back over here, do we have our commander anywhere? Uh-oh. Oh, yep, he's actually right here. He's okay. So we still have both of our commanders. And now let's see if I can count up how many people are standing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, geez. Okay, so okay, maybe it's easier to count the dead boys. I'm seeing one here, a second one over there, a third one fell down there, and that's what I'm gonna... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna count all the bodies off camera, and I'll cut back to you guys in a minute and figure out how many we lost. Okay, so I just finished tallying up the body count actually here. So in this area we lost 3. In this area we actually only lost 1. I'm not really sure where the rest of the soldiers are hanging out because I can't seem to find them. And then over here we lost 5. So that brings our total soldier count down to oh geez, 29 soldiers, our 2 commanders, and of course we got our General Dutchman way over here in this field. So we started off with 52 and we end with 31. That's a costly battle, but we will have upgraded guns next time. Maybe a couple SMGs, maybe a sniper or 2, something like that. See, over here, I can't really... One... it said over here we only lost 1, but I can only count 7 of our 12 guys that were over there to begin with. So I'm not really sure where they moved on to, but I'm not going to worry about it too much. This battle is now over. We took over the warehouse, which is the first battle in this region. I will, next episode, be posting like a map. Oh, excuse me, burping through the outro. I will be posting like a map of, you know, like the country that we're fighting over right now. Maybe, I think next time I might actually even get like a Netherlands mod so that my army's actually Dutch instead of US. I went with US because that's where I currently live. So we kept both commanders and 29 troops. I'm actually going to write that down immediately after I end the recording. But if you guys enjoyed, please let me know. Again, Give me two names for the commanders. I'm taking all suggestions and I'll announce it in the next video. Hopefully they don't die too quickly. And if you want me to name any soldiers after you, like I'll like darken their color or something so I know who's who. I can make him like bright green or something, so it's like, all right, this guy is, so and so. And other than that, I just want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.